Welcome to the channel. Today I have a video that the dads want to terminate the spouse sponsor. Sometime in life when you get married, it feels good to help your partner, but becomes a time when you divorce, people just go to the separate way and they don't want nothing to do with you, not even helping you anymore. Today's video, it's something like that. Let's watch the video.
He wants to just discontinue paying spousal support when I've been the housewife for over 33 years.
In the matter of the marriage of Kathy Ann Pulse and John Albert Pulse, case number 2024 DM 349. The petitioner, Kathy, appears apparently representing herself at this point, her previous attorney having withdrawn from this case. Riley Broyles appears as counsel for John in this case, who apparently is appearing in the office of his attorney by Zoom. This matter comes before the court at this time for a pretrial conference. The court does have respondents' pretrial questionnaire. Appreciate that, counsel. Your client's position is clear to the court. Kathy, I don't have a pretrial questionnaire from you.
I didn't know I needed to give one.
All right. Have you had an opportunity to look at the respondent's pretrial questionnaire?
Briefly. I do have issues, though.
Okay. Have you communicated your issues to Ms. Broyles?
We tried when I had an attorney before, but the numbers on like Morgan Stanley and everything else, it keeps changing. So I wanted you here as a witness to everything. I wanted to ask questions of like it's ridiculous. The difference.
Okay, what's ridiculous?
He has listed like the Celica and the Cadillac as assets, and those were gifts. And the original amounts that were on listed, like the Morgan Stanley, for it was originally 820,432 and 11 cents, and now it's 800,758.55 cents. That's almost a difference of $20,000. And the portfolio management, there's a difference of almost 15. And the UMA 4897, there's a difference of almost, well, a little over 7,100.
All right. Can you explain these discrepancies, Ms. Broyles?
Yes, to a degree, Your Honor. So the original amounts that we had listed were from a old spreadsheet, and then we were able, from Morgan Stanley, and then we were able to obtain more accurate information from Morgan Stanley with updated statements, and so we updated the spreadsheets accordingly. The first couple spreadsheets, we didn't have all of the information we needed, but since that time, we have received the correct information, and I believe, I have to double check my emails, but I believe we provided that information to Ms. Pulse's previous attorney way prior to her withdrawal in the case, Your Honor.
All right. Is there consistency in the valuation date on this spreadsheet?
Yes, I believe they're as close as we can get it, Your Honor. There should be.
Okay.
Okay, well, wait a minute. The date. Let's see. On this spreadsheet, it was January 28th of 25. When was the last time you received information from Morgan Stanley? Let's see.
So the figures that we are using for the Morgan Stanley account are from December 2024 reports.
Yeah, this is from January. These differences are from January.
I'm not
As-
sure, Your Honor, I'm not sure what she's looking at, so it's hard for me to say what she's looking at versus what it was included in her pretrial questionnaire. And I mean, frankly, at trial, I'm happy to provide all of the supporting documentation that supports the figures that are on our spreadsheet. So I don't want to box myself into a corner by making statements. I don't have the statements. I wasn't prepared to fully discuss those today. So.
All right.
Oh,
So you're requesting this court establish a valuation date, essentially of date of filing, which would relate back to September of 2024. Is that correct, Ms. Broyles?
Yes, Your Honor. I will say, kind of a caveat, one of our, the Morgan Stanley figures that we're going off of are from a December 2024 report that we have. And that was as close as, I believe, as close as we could get it to the date of filing.
All right. Is there any problem with that being the valuation date, Kathy?
No, not at all. But the numbers have changed. I mean, even the one that I received today have changed since January.
Right. I'm not surprised that account values would change even on a monthly basis. Either they're going to go up or down.
Absolutely. But it was ordered by the court for accounts to be frozen at the November 1st court date.
Has there been invasion of these accounts?
There has not, Your Honor. I would assume that any changes are as a result of the market changing. These are investment accounts.
All right. That certainly seems logical.
Okay. So also the money that he took out of the checking account when he was issued the restraining order and gave it to Morgan Stanley, that needs to be put back. I was supposed to be issued $75,000 in difference because of what was sent to Morgan Stanley. It was half of what he had sent to Morgan Stanley as an investment. And I never got that back. As well as he wants me to give him the house. And he's talking about his father's Cadillac or Corvette, which I have no issues in just giving him because it's an heirloom. But I also used my inheritance to put a down payment on that house of $60,000. And we bought that house together. So why would I just give it to him?
And I don't know why you're getting into this today.
Well, exactly. I don't.
This isn't a trial. And I just wanted to determine if we have disputes and what issues are in dispute. Really, these discussions might be better held with Ms. Broyles. If you have a complaint with their proposal, they've at least laid out for you what they're going to be proposing to the court. You haven't done that for them.
I did.
I understand.
I don't know the law. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And also, it's
well, actually, I think you do because you seem to be able to identify disputes quite readily where your problems are with their proposal. Here would be my suggestion. In fact, it'll be my order. Kathy, if you're going to represent yourself on this thing, then I'm going to establish 14 days from today's date for you to give a formal response to Ms. Broyles on the issues on the pretrial questionnaire.
Okay.
If it could be done in a manner that she could understand, you might even just take a copy of it, write your comments on it. I'm not going to tell you what format to use, but if you've got an issue with what her proposals are, you let her know what those issues are.
Okay. And
you have 14 days to do that because I think Ms. Broyles needs to know what's in dispute and what isn't.
Okay. As well as perjury and
I don't know what you mean by perjury.
On the trial from November 1st.
Okay, there wasn't a
He-
trial on November 1st.
Well,
There was a hearing conducted.
he got on the stand and basically just he lied, just outright lied. And it's $4 a page to have it printed out in Butler County, to have the transcript printed. I can't afford that. And he's supposed to pay his alimony on the first of every month. Last month he didn't pay it until the 10th. This month I still haven't gotten it. He took everything we had. I don't have a job. I'm disabled. I'm upset. And I think
Are you receiving disability from a government?
no.
Oh, okay.
He stole my identity. Everybody is using my identity.
These are baseless allegations, perjury, identity theft. There's no basis for these allegations. I'm going to object to this line of.
So noted. Again, she's not under oath. It's not testimony. She may have a basis for what she's saying and she may not. I'm not going to try to sort that out today. Just be careful what you say here, Kathy. I just hope that if you are going to make accusations, you got proof to back it up.
I do.
Okay. That's the kind of thing that we sort out at the trial. At least right now, I don't have a real perception that there's anything that's undisputed. If so, very little. We've got issues regarding property valuation, property division, perhaps spousal support.
Mm-hmm.
Those issues still exist.
You know, the fact of the matter is I just wanted it to be fair and equal and reasonable. I mean, he wants to just discontinue paying spousal support when I've been the housewife for over 33 years. So, yeah.
Are you capable of rejoining the workforce?
No, because I pretty much gave up my mobility, having children, raising those children. I used to get ablations on my lower back. They'd give 8 different sections of my lower back. I can't afford that anymore. And I had to quit jobs because of the pain. I do not take pain medicine. I do not drink. So, yeah, there's not much I can do. I've had surgeries. I've had my left knee replaced 3 times, my right once. I've had I've had 7 different surgeries.
All right, Ms. Broyles, unfortunately, this court does not have May or June trial dates to offer. In fact, I think that the most viable trial date that I can offer at this point would be Tuesday, July 29. Mandy, would you check that to make sure nothing else got scheduled very recently here? Tuesday, July 29.
That would work for me, Your Honor.
Very well. We'll establish Tuesday, July 29, 9 o'clock a.m. Courtroom B, in person, Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas. I'm going to establish a deadline for providing of an exhibit notebook. Broyles, Kathy, you're going to have to provide to the opposing party your exhibit notebook by 5 o'clock p.m. on Friday, July the 25th. I would ask, I suppose since we're doing it in person, I don't necessarily need it in advance, but I want the opposing party to have their exhibits provided to the other party by the Friday before.
Okay.
That'll give you only one business day to scrutinize what's in it. But I think under the circumstances, that's appropriate. Friday, July 25th by 5 o'clock, exchange of any documentary exhibit that you intend to introduce. I would prefer it to be in an organized notebook form.
Okay.
Oils, I know you're quite familiar how to do that. I trust Kathy will also do the same.
I'll seek some advice.
Okay. So what it comes down to, Kathy, you're going to need probably to make 3 of them. You're going to need 1 to provide to Ms. Broyles. You're going to need 1 for yourself. You're going to need 1 for the court.
Okay.
That is if there are any documents that you intend to introduce.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of get the impression that you might.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your decision to represent yourself in this case?
Am going to try and find counsel. I don't know if I can afford any. So, yeah, it'll probably be myself then.
Your Honor, for the record, she's receiving $5,800 of spousal payments a month.
I've also been jumping around from hotel to hotel because I did not want to stay here. And this court case has been drug out for so long that I finally found a place to stay. So as soon as I can save a little bit, then yes, I will most definitely find some counsel.
Okay, it's just that we do need to have an end to this case. I agree with you that
Absolutely.
it's been pending long enough.
Exactly.
And we've established a firm trial date in person on July 29th.
Okay.
And you've got a couple of months here to get your house in order and everything prepared.
Right.
We'll expect both parties to be ready to present evidence to try to work toward finalizing this case on July the 29th.
Absolutely.
Okay. And remember about that 14 days to get your position in writing to Ms. Broyles.
Okay, which means my position. What do you mean?
On the issues that she's laid out in her pretrial questionnaire, her client's position on, I think, all the issues in the case.
Okay, I got you. All right.
If that isn't okay with you,
no, that's fine. I will.
You need to make sure she knows exactly what parts of it you're disputing and what your position in return would be.
Okay.
Because it's only fair because you already know.
Oh, yeah.
They need to know your side.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good. Trial date again, Tuesday, July the 29th, starting at 9 o'clock a.m., courtroom B, Butler County Judicial Center. All right, Ms. Broyles, anything else that the court needs to address at this time?
I do not believe so, Your Honor. Would you like me to file a pretrial conference order?
Essentially, what would you include in this order since
Just
you don't really have, excuse me?
I apologize for interrupting.
Go ahead.
Just the deadlines and the trial date. So that's.
Please do so, counsel. I think that would be helpful for purposes of stating it in the record.
Okay.
So thank you. I appreciate your efforts in that regard. All right, Kathy, anything further we need to address at this time?
The transcript from the trial on November 1st.
Okay, that was a hearing, not a trial, but you can order that from the court reporter, but you'd have to make the appropriate deposit for their preparation.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well then, if there's nothing further then, this matter will currently be in recess, and this meeting may be ended for all at this time.
My view on alimony to help somebody who needs help, to help your spouse, to help someone that you've been partner with. I think if that person is disabled or is going through a lot, but I think the government should give the decision to the one who willing to help. But most people taking advantage of it, they lie because they just want free money. Right? And the system is crooked, it's corrupted, right? What do you think about alimony? Like the video, subscribe, leave your thought down in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video.